more than 8 months, Republican lawmakers and other Trump allies have sought to rewrite the events of January 6th.
There was no insurrection, and to call it an insurrection, in my opinion, is a bold-faced lie.
Even calling it an insurrection, it wasn't.
Portraying the thousands of Trump supporters who stormed the U.S. Capitol as mostly peaceful and patriotic.
There was also a love fest between the police, the Capitol Police, and the people that walked down to the Capitol.
They've downplayed the extensive violence and mayhem of that day.
Obviously, this is a huge victory for these protesters.
They're hugging and kissing the police and the guards.
A mob of older people from unfashionable zip codes.
You know, if you didn't know the TV footage was a video from January the 6th, you would actually think it was a normal tourist visit.
This attempted cover-up has included a key claim that the mob at the Capitol had no guns.
This didn't seem as like an armed insurrection to me. When you think it here is armed, don't you think of firearms?
The answer is no. 0 firearms from suspects charged with breaching the Capitol.
There were no guns. There were no guns. There were no guns whatsoever.
An array of evidence shows otherwise. A Mother Jones investigation of public video footage and documents from dozens of federal criminal investigations reveals various Trump supporters who went to the Capitol that day armed for battle. Not only with hockey sticks, flagpoles, baseball bats, and bear spray, but also with tasers, knives, and guns. Prosecutors have brought gun charges against at least 3 insurrectionists so far.
Christopher Alberts, who apparently was arrested yesterday.
Christopher Alberts, accused of taking a loaded handgun into the Capitol.
Who is calling for the overthrow of the U.S. government.
It is your duty to overthrow that government and reinstate a new government for the people.
Federal charges against Alberts include unlawfully carrying a semi-automatic handgun and large-capacity ammunition devices. Then there's this Texas man, identified by prosecutors as a 3%er militia member.
48-year-old Guy Reffitt of Wiley identified in still photos from the FBI arrest warrant on a staircase of the Capitol building wearing a blue jacket over a tactical-style vest and a helmet with a camera attached.
Among other charges, Reffitt is accused of carrying a handgun at the Capitol. According to FBI evidence, Reffitt boasted after the siege that he had, quote, every constitutional right to carry a weapon and take over Congress. He also said many others around him that day were armed with guns. Other Trump supporters arrested in Washington in connection with January 6th had arsenals in their vehicles, including assault rifles, pistols, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Then there's the sprawling conspiracy case involving at least 17 members of the Oath Keepers militia network, at least 6 of whom allegedly stockpiled guns at a hotel just outside of downtown DC for a so-called quick reaction force to be mobilized on behalf of Donald Trump. At the Capitol, talk of gun violence was in the air, including this threat against an officer guarding a Capitol entrance.
Shoot that motherfucker! Shoot him! Shoot that motherfucker! If you want to stand or you die!
As the sweeping FBI investigation of January 6th continues, it's become clear that grim day was on the brink of turning far worse. To read our full investigation, head to motherjones.com.